It's party time. Welcome to Monday. That's right. Chad Prather Show is back. We are back. And I want you to welcome my very special guest, Kevin Sorbo. Kevin Sorbo, everybody. Dude, I don't know. Can you put it on the couch there? No, he's not there. Not there. Kevin couldn't make it. He canceled on us. He was supposed to be on News and Why It Matters as well as my show today. So, Kevin, when you got into acting and they said you were going to be Hercules, wow, that's a monumental role. That's a powerful role. And then, went like 7 seasons, something like that. And then poof, it was done. It got canceled in the 8th season. I got you. Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's because you wouldn't agree to the contract terms. I got that, man. And now you're out making, you got a new movie coming out. It comes out October 28th. It's called Miracle in East Texas. That's good. And that's a family-friendly movie as well. Good. We need more of that. Your wife, Sam, is in it. Your son, Braden. Funny story. We were CJ and I were getting off the airplane in Washington, D.C., and CJ said, hey, there's Hercules. He just got off our plane. And I said, what? And she goes, Braden Sorbo's dad. And she takes off running after a stranger. I was like, that's not Kevin Sorbo. It was too late. It was too late. She ran over and totally attacked a person in Reagan Airport thinking it was you. Yeah, it was funny. It wasn't you. And that wasn't you there, and it's not you here either. That's the funny part of that, Kevin. Thanks for canceling on us. Appreciate you, buddy. It's about the way that conversation would have gone, too. But check out Kevin's new movie coming out. He, John Ratzenberger, his wife, Sam Sorbo, they're in the movie Miracle in East Texas. It's a funny story, family-friendly, also based on a true story. You'll love it. You'll love it, I tell you. I had to laugh a little bit simply because I come in here a perfectly happy person, and then Brandon hands me headlines that piss me off. Just piss me off. Here's the thing. I was at a birthday party yesterday at a local bar, pub, sports bar. I don't know what it was, but there was tequila. Just most places. And I went to a birthday party, and I was trying to keep up with the Dallas Cowboys because I'm a glutton for punishment, even though I hate the NFL. I hate everything about it, but I am a glutton for punishment when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, of course, were playing the Arizona Cardinals, and they got shellacked. Their lack of offense was exposed, as I said it would be. But it's okay, even though they lost embarrassingly, they'll still win the Super Bowl. Don't you worry, Dallas. They'll still win the Super Bowl. Have to laugh to keep from crying. And I told CJ, because they kept flashing up to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift up in the booth there, sitting next to Kelsey's. What's Kelsey's first name? Travis.
Yeah, Travis
Kelce, the tight end. There for Kansas City. They're dating now, Kelsey and Swift. And she was sitting next to Kelsey's mom, who looked completely unenthused. And then, of course, Travis Kelce caught a touchdown, and she went crazy like she'd never seen anybody score a touchdown ever before. Oh, my God, I can't believe he did it. Like, wow, it's not like you were watching, the movie Rudy or anything. He does that pretty much every week. That's why he is who he is. And I told CJ, she goes, that's weird that they're together because I think he's kind of conservative, right? And I said, not based on the new commercial I've seen. He's a bum. He's a bum. He's sold out. Everybody knows the commercial I'm talking about. Of course, he's been bought. He's a paid shill for Pfizer now. Play clip number 11. Get you some Travis Kelce.
Travis, did you know you can get this season's COVID-19 shot when you get your flu shot?
2 things at once.
You're a bum.
2 things at once. 2 things at once.
He's a bum.
I'll have 2 things at once, please. Now back to 2 things at once.
Bum.
2 things at once.
That's not 2 things at once.
Mom.
Travis, ask about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
You piece of shit. Just an absolute piece of shit.
Lovely. Don't you just love that they're like, hey, what if instead of 1 useless shot every year, you got 2?
You got 2.
Yeah.
We really should. If the Blaze would spread some of that production wealth around that they've got, that they keep spending on Normal World,
yeah,
maybe we could make a spoof sketch of that. Be funny how some of my ideas got used. But no, here we are. We did get new microphones they heard Kevin Sorbo was coming in. We got new microphone deals right here. I don't know if y'all see the microphone arms. which means apparently somebody else is going to be using the studio because they would never do that for me. They would never do that for me, I tell
That's
you.
how it's like if someone starts moving in new furniture and you're like, I don't know. I think there's a plan afoot.
Yeah. No, thank you, Rob Chickering, for the new microphone arms. Now, when you look at the Chad Prather show on the tip of that microphone, it's not upside down. You can actually read it right side up. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know how much money it takes for you to sell your soul to Big Pharma. Big Pharma, again, they don't want you dead. They want you sick and dependent. That's 100% the truth. While I was in Kansas City last week, I got my new testosterone pellets. My very good friend, Dr. Mike Ipock, he flew up from Tampa. He was there for multiple reasons. He was there to visit with his daughter, who has she works there in Kansas City. But he brought my testosterone pellets, and he played with my butt, and I liked it a lot. Thank you, Dr. Mike Ipock, Wiregrass Clinic there in Wesley Chapel, Florida. Call him on the phone, men, if you want to lose some weight, feel a little better. It's not an ad. He's my buddy. But anyway, we got to talking about this because they're big Kansas City fans as well.
Right.
And I don't care. I really don't care about the NFL. But, like, I'm sitting there. I saw this deal, and I go, this commercial with Travis Kelce. Which, I mean, the memes are out there. I did a joke about he keeps collecting sixes, touchdowns and Taylor Swift. And, of course, there's other memes out there that said the same thing. So now people think I've stole the joke. And it's like, no, because I had a tight end joke. I heard Glenn Beck pull a tight end joke on the radio this morning.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like, come on, man, stop stealing this low-hanging fruit. Let me have something. And anyway. I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift. I could care less about Taylor Swift, except she is doing a lot of stuff. Well, one, she pushed Biden in the 2020 election. Not a fan of that idea. But to each their own. Listen, she's in front of 100,000 people pushing for Biden. When I'm at my live shows, I'm in front of 108 people pushing for Trump, okay? Same. I can't be a hypocrite. I like to think of myself as influencing the masses. But she's doing voter registration deals at her concerts, which I think are turning out huge numbers. And I think you can begin to understand what they're going to vote for when the opportunity comes. So I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift. I could care less about Travis Kelce. He's just going to be another skipped song on her next album. She's going to write one about, that breakup pretty soon. But I don't know what it takes to sell your soul to Big Pharma, but apparently Travis Kelce's done that. I'd love to see the price tag on that.
What I read, and I haven't completely confirmed this, what I read is he got $20 million for that commercial.
I love getting boosters.
Yeah, right?
I love boosters.
Look, we all got our number, and my number's way below $20 million.
Yeah. Call me, Pfizer.
Yeah.
I can do trust me, I can do two things at once. Yeah. Ask my ex. Allegedly. That joke was right there. I had to swing for the fences on that one. But no, listen. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what's going on. Last week we were talking about, it might have been the week before, we were talking about how they're trying to restrict your travel again. Everything from diversity hires at United Airlines. United Airlines sucks, dude. I had to go to, this side story. You guys, just let me get it off my chest, all right? Monday's therapy. I went to Casper, Wyoming on Friday. Flew in on United. Reasonably no problems. I mean, again, I'm used to flying American because I was in DFW for so long. Now I'm coming out of Houston, and that's the United hub. So it's an adjustment. It's just different. Neither one of them are great, but it's just different. And I have people all the time who say, why don't you fly private? And I was like, well, Pfizer hasn't called yet. When Pfizer calls, maybe we'll talk about a private plane. But $20 million? Are you crazy?
I'll have to do a little more research at the break.
No, let's go with that number.
But that's what I saw over the weekend. And, it's Pfizer, so I don't doubt they have the money.
They got the money. They can blow it out of their nose right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they paid. We don't know if he got it or not. But what we do know is he did a commercial with 2 Band-Aids on his arm.
Uh-huh.
That seems medically risky to me putting it that close together, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, 20 million. Anyway, so I fly in, do the show in Casper, Wyoming. Great crowd, wild crowd. And then the next night I drove over to Lead, South Dakota, which is basically Deadwood. Deadwood is now I've decided, people always ask me, what's your favorite place to go do a show? And I always say, I don't know. I don't really get to spend time in the cities, whatever. And cities are all kind of running together. Towns are kind of running together on me. But when I go to South Dakota, I love Deadwood, South Dakota. Oh, give me that over Vegas all day long. Every time. I mean, just wherever. Just South Dakota, man. I may move to South Dakota and take up with Christy Noam. See if we can do two things at once. Anyway, I said they want to restrict your travel. And I think they do. The gas pumps have slowed down. Airlines have gotten crappy. They're pushing you to get rid of your gas engine. So many different things. And I want to tell you what else they're doing. And they're using COVID to do it. COVID, I think I'm starting to believe that the primary reason they pushed COVID the way they did was they wanted to decimate the third world countries and developing countries. So they wanted to decimate developing countries. And now the numbers are starting to come out that prove that that's exactly what happened. There's no growth. There's no economic growth. Everything is dismal. And so what that did is it mobilized the people who are in those countries to get out, to get the hell out and go to more developed countries. And so they knew that they couldn't just destroy America from the inside the way that they were. You know, it wasn't, or I should say from the outside, it wasn't going to be some nuclear bomb dropped on us or something like that. But in order to affect the plan of, say, like Barack Obama, when he said, you know, hey, America, got to bring America down in this whole push for globalization. What they did, they decimated the third world country by using COVID, depleted any opportunity in economic growth. It caused the people there to leave. And guess where they came? They came to America. Then they opened the borders, and now those people are pouring across. So we've had, 7 million illegals come across since Joe Biden took office. And here they are. So now they're decimating us, the first world, the developed countries, from the inside. It's not just happening in America. It's happening all around the world. And I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit. But first, we got to go to a break. But, dude, I'm telling you, they used COVID because they knew that it was almost like a blight. It would be almost like an economic, just an economic plague to drive people out of their countries. And now, boom, they're here. They're here. And Kathy Hochul, who 2 years ago, who's, of course, the governor of New York, 2 years ago, she said, oh, yeah, we're sanctuary. Come on in. We welcome you. We want you here. And now, just the other day, she said, y'all got to go. Party's over. Get the hell out. All right. We'll turn the lights off. We'll clean up, but get the hell out. We need you gone. All right. It's bad, dude. It's bad. But they did. And I'll run some numbers on that whole deal. Maybe in the next segment, I'll give you some numbers. Because there's people out there who are probably thinking, it's another one of Chad's conspiracy theories. It didn't do anything to the third world. Let me give you some numbers here in a minute. But first, let's go to a break. Speaking of good news, Vladimir Putin, he called the U.S. dollar's drop in dominance objective and irreversible during the recent BRICS summit in South Africa. That's when, as you know, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa formally agreed to use local currencies instead of the U.S. dollar. It's the first shoe to fall. And as demand for the dollar weakens, the buying power of the dollar weakens. Boy, we're in trouble. That's why Birch Gold is busier than ever right now. Investors and savers are looking to harness the power of physical gold held in a tax-sheltered IRA. But if you text CHAD, I spell it Chad, to 989898 for your free info kit on gold, they'll send you something you're going to be very happy with. And Birch Gold has thousands of happy customers with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews. You can count on Birch Gold to help you navigate transitioning an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. So as the U.S. dollar continues to receive pressure from foreign countries, digital currency, and central banks, you need to arm yourself with information on how to protect your savings. So text my name, that is Chad, to 989898. They will send you a free, no-obligation info kit right now. We'll be right back. All right, so I'll bore you here for a second, but just to back up what I'm saying, this is actually from worldbank.org, which if they're saying this, damn. The latest global economic prospects report predicts that global growth will decelerate from 5.5% in 2021 to 4.1% in 2022 and 3.2% in 2023 as pent-up demand dissipates and as fiscal and monetary support is unwound across the world. The rapid spread of the Omicron variant, moreover, indicates that the pandemic will likely continue to disrupt economic activity in the near term. Among EMDEs, growth is expected to drop from 6.3% in 2021 to 4.6% in 2022, 4.4% in 2023. Yeah, it's all because of the variant. As coronavirus-weary countries enter the third year of the pandemic, global growth is expected to slow sharply. Against this difficult backdrop, a variety of economic challenges mount for emerging market and developing countries. That's EMDEs, including continued COVID-19 outbreaks, elevated inflation, record debt levels, and rising income inequality. Damn, I'm always right. I'm always right. Y'all think I'm stupid, but I actually read some shit. It's amazing. It's amazing. Don't let the cowboy hat fool you, Jack. I'm telling you, I've been on a research deal on this thing. I'm going to expose the whole damn thing. Nobody's listening to this show. Nobody watches this show.
It's pretty wild when you actually, read what they write.
They're telling you.
Yeah. I've always said the craziest thing Alex Jones ever did was he read their papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
And I was doing the shows. I was doing the shows in Casper and stuff, and this guy walked up to me and he goes, "You like Alex Jones?" I was like, "I consider Alex Jones a friend." I mean, if you can consider Alex normal and can do things like have friends, but Alex sees me, we talk, we hang out, blah blah blah. Yeah, we don't compare notes or anything like that. But I said, the funny thing about Alex, he's like, "Well, I love Alex." I said, "Well, that's the funny thing about Alex, and I've learned from doing this is Alex reads their stuff."
Yeah, he actually goes and reads it, which is funny that the Achilles heel is you read what they wrote. That's all it took to expose their whole plan was I actually just read their papers.
That's from worldbank.org. Yeah. I have the thing that annoys me the most about the trolls that come after me is they make assumptions. Like, we're real good, Brandon. You'll cut the clips or the little reels, the little shorts from the show, and post them up there, and people won't go and check out the context of what's said. They just get mad, or they see the title of this show. Guys, understand, we title these shows so that people will click on them and watch them.
The game is the game.
The game is the game. It's about the numbers.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this would be irrelevant. I am a premier podcaster. Okay. I don't know if y'all know this or not. There's a lot of podcasts out there that no one's listening to. I am actually premier. I'm top of the echelon. I'm in the 1%, okay?
Hell yeah.
I'm in the 1%. And the reason we are is because we put these type of titles out there. Now, again, we might not talk about the topic in the title for more than 60 seconds in a 46-minute episode, but we will talk about it. But the difference is the rereads that come after me, they don't go and check the context of what is being said. So they just attack based off of a little blah, blah, blah that's put out on Instagram or wherever it may be, YouTube, etc. The difference is we'll actually go and read your stuff. I'll go read what you're saying, and then I'll formulate my opinions based on that and not try to take you out of context so much, but, we'll see. Inevitably, somebody will come back and say, well, worldbank.org also says, blah, 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 blah. I'm just telling you, these open borders, because somebody said to me the other day on Instagram, America's southern border is the most secure border in the world. Like, bro, what drugs are you on? Like, I want them. I want to try them. It's not, okay? And I said, just go to Eagle Pass or go to Del Rio, Texas, and take a little tour around, and you get back to me on that. So here's the thing. It's not just happening. It's not just happening here in America, but the Pope came out Did you see that story? I think we got it here, don't we? Do you have a clip of that? We don't have that clip, but we do have the story where the Pope came out and said, that's not that big of a deal. Italy's not having a problem. Let's just open the doors and let them in. Well, it's easy for the Pope. Here it is. It's easy for the Pope to say those things when he lives in a castle behind a wall. He said, Europe's not facing a migrant emergency. Countries need to open their ports. He pushed back against French President Emmanuel Macron and other leaders in Europe on Saturday. Said, open the ports to migrants. Now, there's that one, I think it's Italian, there's that one European island that has a population of 6,000, and then suddenly 7,000 migrants just got off the boat there. Kind of a problem. Kind of a problem. Boy, it really, it kind of kills your tranquil peace, That's sort of like, nobody talks about the 1,000 miles of smooth, luxurious sailing before the iceberg. But then the iceberg really kind of upsets things a little bit. And so he said, yeah, just open the ports. Just let it do it. We should be moved by these stories of so many unfortunate brothers and sisters who have the right to immigrate. Well, again, let them go to the Vatican. Throw open those big iron gates. Do you know how much security you have to go through to walk into the Vatican, bro? They will check your butthole. And then when you get in there around those priests, they'll check your butthole again. And here come my Catholics. Here come my Catholics right there. But no, bro, the last time I went to the Vatican, because, why would you go to the Vatican? It's a beautiful place. You need to go to the Vatican. I mean, it's there. Go in there, give them some money. You should see it. And I love art. But it's heavy security. Dudes standing around it, they're out there with Uzis. Yeah. They're literally, the Vatican is their own country. They are a sovereign empire. And whatever. Don't at me. But here's another story that goes right in the face of old Pope Francis. 8% of illegal migrants who made it to countries in the European Union in 2022 were women. They were predominantly coming from the Middle East and Northeast African nations. I don't know if you know much about the Middle East and Northeast Africa nations. 8% were women. Now, let's do a little biology quiz. I would ask Kevin Sorbo if he were here. If you subtract 8 from 100, because 100% is all you can have, you get 92. Now, the last time I checked, unlike the fantasy land some people out there try to live in, there's only 2 genders. There's male and there's female. So if 8% were women, you subtract that from 100, which again, that's all you can have, 92% were men. That's not immigration. That's invasion. You can not like that word all you want, but when you have fighting age, military aged men, 92% of those coming to the European Union in 2022 from the Middle East and Northeast African nations, you have a problem. Oh, they're coming there for jobs, right? Yeah, to take yours and to sex your women. They're going to basically take everything. Let me ask you guys a question. It's coming to America, too. It's already happening here in America. Let me ask you a question about these illegals that are crossing the border. Do you like your stuff? Do you? I mean, you paid a lot for your stuff. Do you like your family? Do you like your property? Do you like your wives? Well, there are people coming across the border that like all that, too. The difference is they don't want to invest what you invested to have it. They want to take it from you. Now, let's just say, I mean, all these good, well-intended people who are just coming up here to mow all the damn grass, right? I mean, that's according to Nancy Pelosi. Don't say, those aren't my words. Don't call me the bigot. Nancy said they can't cut the grass in Honduras, so they're coming up here. They're fresh out of fields to mow. And climate change is the fault for that. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Literally, Nancy said that. Nancy said it's because of climate change. They don't have fields to mow anymore, so they're coming to America. Pop, pop, pop it up. I feel good. They're coming to take your stuff. Now, let's say it's only 10% of them. Let's say 1%. How many percents does it take to come take your stuff? Well, all they got to do is decide to do it, and then they can come do it. So you are steadily being displaced. Now, with a lot of pushback, I've said forever that if there's a story. By the way, oddly enough, Glenn had Spencer Clavin on the show this morning. Spencer Clavin, Andrew Clavin's son. Spencer Clavin has written an incredible book about Western civilization. I listened to the audiobook of it. And he's got a great story. Mentioned this on Glenn's show this morning. So if you missed it, I'll give you the little rehash about an ancient emperor, kind of around the Roman Empire time, who he purposefully made his young boys in the region, in his nation, if you will, effeminate, like shaved off all the masculine edges, made sure that they were raised like women. They were educated like girls. They were treated like girls. They were taught to have more delicate sensitivities and sophistries and be a little more sophisticated like women, and just a little more dainty. The reason he did that is because he didn't want masculine men to be able to take over what he had built in his empire. Okay, this is a historical fact. You can go read about it, look this up. He looked it up. The problem is what happens when you get invaded. There's no men there to fight for the country. So here we are. We've created a whole world of beta soy cuck boys scared to death of masculinity. What was the thing we talked about a couple of weeks ago where they said, big, strong guys that like to hunt, like to fish, and do things that traditionally guys like to do, they tend to be conservative, extreme right-wingers. Well, no shit. Ain't that funny how you could just deduct that? So if you're not they want you to be beta cuck. They want you to be soft and soy. They want you to sit in the back row. They want you to be the guy that walks behind your vagina hat wearing, Me Too loving woman in the parade, dressed like a full-blown vagina yourself as an outward expression of what we already knew you were on the inside all along. A pussy. They want you to be that. Here's the problem. When your country gets invaded and, hey, our country is being invaded, just like the European Union said, only 8% coming in were women, 92% were men. You got a freaking problem when you got a bunch of soy out there who are taking, I don't know, Western Elizabeth or some kind of Elizabethan poetry class in college, and they're coming out with a degree in philosophy, and they're, getting pissed off at the girl behind the counter at the Starbucks for messing up his latte. We're in a lot of freaking trouble, guys, and they did it all on purpose. All right. Cold turkey. Good on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. Not talking about some weird mind voodoo either from your crazy neighbor. Yeah, I do have some crazy neighbors, by the way. I'm talking about our new sponsor, Fum, and they look at the problem in a different way. You want to quit? They'll help you. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit, okay? Fum is an innovative, award-nominated device that does exactly that. So instead of electronics, Fum is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fum uses flavored air. Listen, if you're a cigarette smoker and you're like, I don't like what this is doing to me, look, use Fum because instead of harmful chemicals, Fum has all-natural, delicious flavors. So instead of bad, Fum is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy. It makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fum comes with an adjustable airflow dial. It's designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting. I see you people out there smoking cigarettes, fidgeting around. It gives your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful in de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your habit. Stopping is something everybody puts off because it's hard, but switching to Fum is easy, enjoyable, even fun. It's served over 100,000 customers. It's got thousands of success stories. There's no reason you can't be you. Join Fum in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head over to tryfum.com. Use code CHAD. I spell it, Chad. Save 10% when you get the Journey Pack. That's tryfum. Tryfum.com. Use Chad. Save an additional 10% off your order today, and we'll be right back. All right, Granbury, Friday night. Got a show there, but sold out. That's what happens, baby, when you're successful. That's what happens. Saturday night, I'm in Texarkana. That's a late show, though. We're doing Ragamuffins music. It'll be, I don't think we take stage 9:45. Whew. Bro, I ain't cut out to be a rock star. The older I get, I can't do it. But we are in Texarkana. Come out there. It's a free show, by the way. It's a benefit show. It's right downtown there, and they're cutting off like 2 city blocks. So there'll be a pile of people out there. Then we're heading over to we're in McKinney, Texas, just north of here on the 7th. That's a last-minute show. Hank's Texas Grill will be over there. I don't know. We can seat, 400 people in there, something like that. But that's a last-minute deal they sprung on us. Come over there. And then Birmingham, Alabama. That's where I want you to be on the 13th of October. Down in Hoover, Alabama, actually, at the Stardome. And somebody, they do drag shows over there, like every week. People love, this is one of the things they love to do with me. When I go online and I post an ad, whatever area I'm going to be in for a show, people love to go through there and see if they've ever held a drag show in that venue. And so what they do is they'll send me a deal, and I'll be like, well, who cares? And they're like, well, it's just like this. And then they send me a deal of some drag person dancing in front of a kid, right? And I'm like, not the same. Look at their ad. Does not say all ages drag show.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
that's different.
That's been really misconstrued, where it's like, you guys just hate drag shows. It's like, no, not at all. Like, you're missing the point. Like, if there's not kids there, then it's kind of just like kabuki theater for gay dudes.
Right. I mean, it's just like, wow, they're basically sharing makeup tips at that point.
Like, no one cares.
I don't care what adults do. I don't care. I don't have enough energy for all of that. I don't have enough energy for that. On the 15th of October, we're going to be at Longhorn Saloon in Fort Worth. That's another benefit that afternoon, that evening. So if you want to come to that. Terrell, Texas, out there east of Dallas, going to be there at Silver Saloon on the 20th. The 21st, I'm back in Cleveland, Texas. That's right over there where the immigrant colony is. It ain't an immigrant colony. It's an illegal colony.
You go do some man on the street in Spanish?
Yeah. Yeah, that's over there, Liberty County, Texas. Last time I was there, that sold out. It's a good time over there, but it is right down the street from where they Colony Ridge.
Yeah,
where 75,000 illegals are living. So it'd be exciting. Then I'm a keynote on Monday the 23rd. We got to talk about this. I'm a keynote. I'm a comedian. I got to go in there and entertain folds of honor. I got to go up to Oklahoma City that night. I think I'm in Oklahoma City that night. That's a Monday night. So I got to leave here, go to Oklahoma City, and come back next morning. We don't have to talk about it. That's just what's going to happen. I should be able to make that. And then, of course, I'm going to the Tulsa Looney Bin. I have a lot of stuff. God, I'm busy. Get tired reading it. Woo! But I love it. I love doing it. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to talk about LL Cool J. Said no one ever. Said no one ever except the president. Can you imagine if Donald Trump had said what Joe Biden said about LL Cool J? You go, what did he say? Play that clip number 10. Here we go.
And two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip-hop in America, LL Cool J. By the way, that boy's got,
what?
I think that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs. I think he's been. And MC Light, both of you, thank you. Because you both have the light off on the mic, you know you're all here to listen to the new edition. Mike Bivens, 40 years producing music that lifts our souls.
What?
There's so many things about what he just said that I don't understand.
Wow. Bro.
Like, the boy is really bad, but also him trying to say LL Cool J's name.
LLJ Cool J.
Yeah, and just literally flipping it like he's a child that hasn't learned how to read, who's dyslexic.
LLJ Cool J. Everybody laughs. And everybody freaking laughs.
Oh, because it's so funny, but I think, do you think they think he's making a joke?
No.
Right.
Well, they're covering for him, the audience is, and you would think at some point in time, nobody would try to write humor into the teleprompter for Joe, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the first time he's talked about somebody's biceps, that boy's biceps being as big as my thigh. That's not the first time he's used that line.
Yeah, is that a weird, odd, like, colloquialism?
Well, it's very gay.
That's before my time. Yeah, is it like how the down low brothers used to be like?
Yeah, like kind of down low.
Yeah, that boy's got nice biceps, if you know what I'm talking about.
Feel these. Well, he's got the one dude, I don't know if you've seen the clip, it's from a while back. I can't remember the event, but he reaches over and he grabs the guy by the arm. And he's holding it. He's kind of rubbing it, you know? He's kind of giving a good Lauren Boebert.
Look, Joe Biden, regardless of how you view him, he's got some weird quirks.
Yeah.
He's into some weird stuff.
He's into some kink, dude. I mean, he was stooping Hunter Biden's babysitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he married her.
Yeah, that's all you really got to know.
Yeah, he married the babysitter.
Yeah.
Or, sure, you know, since he likes to sniff kids, maybe Jill was his supplier.
Yeah. But yeah, if Donald Trump called LL Cool J boy, oh,
dude,
Lord.
It's all anyone would talk about. And he gave a speech yesterday or the day before to the Hispanic caucus.
Uh-huh.
And he called them the Black Caucus.
Yeah.
Dude, and you know why they get away with that? Is because they see minorities as being their pawns. They know that they are their pawns under their control, on their leash, guaranteeing the next vote. They know that. That's why blacks and Hispanics both, poof, they're leaving that proverbial plantation. So, I mean, the black support has gone from like 83% to 62% now for Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't even get into the whole poll thing that ABC came out with saying that Trump is leading by 10 points, I should say. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe in polls at all, really. But it is interesting when you start seeing certain things out there, trends out there. And I know the Hispanics are sick to death of it. And they're basically becoming one-issue voters, and that's over this whole trans bullshit. They're done with it because Hispanics and family values, dude, you might as well just combine them as synonyms right there. Hispanic families, their family values, and again, you start talking all this nonsense, and they're out, dude. That's exactly what happened in the Rio Grande Valley here in Texas when we saw historic numbers turn out to vote for Trump. And then you started seeing Republican mayors get elected in the Rio Grande Valley when that has never happened before in the history of Texas. It's happening. Speaking of mayors, that mayor of Dallas, you know, we started talking about posting something on my social media about this the other day about Eric Johnson and him saying he's going to switch to the Republican Party. And I said, let's hold off on that because I got my issues with Eric Johnson as the mayor of Dallas anyway. And I'm starting to think that this is what I see going down. He sees what's going on in Chicago, New York, all these places in California. He's like, damn, those are failed policies. It really ain't working. I really don't want any more Hispanics being shipped here. So I think we need Republicans. Cities need Republicans. And so he's flip-flopped, decided to become a Republican. And anytime that happens, even when my friend Vernon Jones did it, because I've known Vernon for a long time. Long time. I mean, like, on a personal level. We used to run and gun, baby. When he did that, I was like, what are you pulling here, bro? What are you doing? But he says he's doing it. I hope it's true. We'll see based on the policies. We'll see what happens in Dallas. But he says he's flipping over. And I said, well, I'm in a wait-and-see mode. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of waiting and seeing. I got up this morning, fixed myself a bowl of cereal. It was good. I can't stop eating today. I feel like for the last 3 days, all I've done is eat. I don't know what's going on. But I ate Magic Spoon. I love this stuff. I'm in love with the cereal, but I'm also in love with the cereal bars. And I was so pissed off because I came home last night and CJ had half of one of those Magic Spoon cereal bars sitting on the counter. And I was like, when did you start eating this? Why didn't you finish it? How long has it been sitting out? Because I don't know if it's still good or not. And I had to throw like a third of that little thing away. I was so pissed off, Brandon. But the beautiful thing about Magic Spoon is these are cereals that taste like the stuff you used to eat when you were a kid, but it's not a bunch of sugary garbage. It's got more protein, less sugar. And, yeah, I mean, cereal is what I ate every day as a kid for breakfast. I loved it, and it was so bad for me. Magic Spoon's good for you. It's got those kind of flavors, but high protein, low sugar. Listen, if you're drinking the protein shakes and the powders and all that, there's a better way to get your protein before and after your workouts. What you need to do right now is try the variety pack. It comes in the cocoa, the fruity, the frosted, and the peanut butter. 0 grams of sugar. 13, 14 grams of protein, 4 to 5 net grams of carbs, 140 calories a serving, high protein, no sugar, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free. You get it by going to magicspoon.com/Chad. Get the variety pack. Try it today. Use promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad at checkout. They'll give you $5 off. And if you don't like it, they'll give you your money back. It's a 100% happiness guarantee. They'll refund your money, no questions asked. Get your next delicious bowl of high-protein cereal, magicspoon.com/Chad, and then use code Chad to save $5. And I'm hungry again. We'll be right back. That boy's got arms bigger than my thighs. That soundbite alone, dude. I want that to be a ringtone. I want it to be a ringtone. That's how you get out of calling a black man boy. Is you immediately flip it and compliment his biceps.
The next stupidest thing you can come up with.
Yeah. That boy, that man, got biceps bigger than my thighs.
The only thing better would have been him trying to, like, quote, Mama said knock you out or something like that.
Mama said knock you out. I'm going to knock you out.
Would have been great just to have him trample over LL Cool J's lyrics.
Well, now what they're trying to do is all of these Twitter influencers are trying to talk about Joe Biden being so physically fit, right? And like they've got the pictures of him stretching his legs.
One stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my God, he's the most fit president we've ever had in the history of this country. He can stretch his quad. Oh, Lord. Give him another 4 years.
I mean, look at this guy. He's really getting into those. Yeah.
Yeah, he fell off his bike, but he can still ride it. Uh-huh.
I'm like, dude, and I love these pictures they post of him wearing the bike helmet.
Yeah.
I'm like, if Joe actually fell off and hit his head, what would happen? He'd just become more Joe. There's nothing there.
Maybe it actually rattles some stuff back into place.
It's like I never could figure out why they put the helmet on the test flight monkey to send him into space.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if a monkey hits his head? It's like my buddy Reno Collier says, is he going to become more monkey? What the hell? I mean, you helmeted a monkey.
He's being sent into space. We're really worried he might take a hit to the noggin. Not the fact that the aircraft made out of tinfoil might collapse in on him.
I mean, Joe, he'll shit his pants, but he's awfully limber when he does it.
Hey, he's also hip. He knows hip hop.
Yeah, he's LLJ Cool J.
Did you know he was actually there when Grandmaster Flash invented hip hop too?
He was there and said, hey, boy, you know what rhymes with police?
Yeah. Hey, boy, I like the way you scratch them records, but you're going to ruin them.
Now, back in my day, we used to crank that Victrola up. Then put the record on there. Oh, my. Play clip number 12, please. Clip number 12. Yep. All right. These are hundreds of people that showed up to something to identify as dogs.
Yeah, it's some sort of conference for the pup play community, I believe.
Pup play.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I keep telling people, like, if you look at the world and go, what is going on? How can this be happening? It's very simple. We're all dead.
Yeah, we're dead.
Yeah.
We're in those biopods we talked about last week.
Donald Trump nuked that hurricane like he wanted to. This is us living out the end times. We're dead.
This is it.
It's the only thing that explains why that's a real thing.
So in the comments, inevitably somebody's saying, come get us, Lord Jesus. You've already missed the boat.
Yeah.
All right, the rapture happened. We're left behind. all 8 people that were worth taking are gone.
Yeah, folks,
all right?
we all made some poor life decisions, and now we get to watch everything else play out.
I always knew doing 2 things at one time were going to come back and bite me in the ass.
Look, we rolled the dice on a few of the laws,
Yeah.
and we kind of came up bunk.
Oddly, when I was doing 2 things at once, that also involved ass fighting. Jesus has left us behind. Here we are. Put me in the bio bubble. We're in the Matrix, no doubt about it. We are. We really, really are. But no, that was a bunch of people that gathered out there to pup play. Please remember, if your child pretends to be a dog, have your dog spayed or neutered. Don't let them procreate at all. I really wanted to get into serious topics today, but screw it. I had all planned out to talk to Kevin Sorbo. These putzes. A bunch of putzes. But don't worry. Don't worry. It's all under control. The borders are the most secure in America, in the entire world. You don't have to worry about it. And again, we didn't even have time. What is this the last block we're in? Is this a D block? Damn it, there's so much. I guess tomorrow we'll have to get into Monday's hangover. But I wanted to talk so badly about them applauding, the Canadian Parliament applauding a Nazi. They literally applauded a member of the SS who was there with your hero, Vladimir Zelensky. Hang tight, we'll be right back. Woo! I don't want to get into that. I don't have time for it. WatchChad.com is where all the fun stuff is. Head over to realwomensclub.com, do a little shopping. We're about to revamp some things over there, and a lot of stuff's about to go away, so get it while you can. I think you can use promo code Chad over there, but check it out and see. Either way, go shopping. And get your tickets now. Come hang out with me. Hoover, which is just south of Birmingham. Go hang out with me at the Stardome. That's a big show. I'd really like to sell that sucker out. I did last time and I'd like to do it again. So come on, let's do it. I'm traveling as the year moves on. I won't be going as far. I'm going to Florida in December, and I've got some stuff like that coming up. And then next year was going to be very strategic about the cities we go to. Be a whole lot less cities. So come see me while you can, baby. Come see me while you can. Working on some brand new music. Stay tuned, because here in another month, we're going to release my brand new single for Christmas, I'd Be Jolly Too. I've heard the final cut of that deal. It is so damn good. It's so damn good. I'd Be Jolly Too. So it's going to be the new Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. You're going to be sick of it. You're going to hate me like you hate Mariah Carey. And I'm going to laugh all the way to the bank. It's going to be everywhere, I tell you. Subscribe to Blaze, blazetv.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad. We'll get back with you tomorrow. I love you. God bless you. Be good out there. Bye.